Just back at Hambleton Hough, putting a few more canes in to help support these trees. Now they're really growing this year. I mean, we had a difficult few years with it. We lost a hell of a lot with dry weather, and the bracken one year was just, it was 8 to 10 feet tall, a lot smothered there. But we made a protracted effort last year to cut all this bracken down with strimmers. We made a real good job, and I'll just turn the camera around and you see these trees now are absolutely, they're away now, they're taking off. It's not going to take long. Just great to see them. And if you look down there, all the regrowth as well, especially down the bottom end there. I'll just zoom in, you can see all those down there. Really taking off, so it's up and away at last. It looks like we're gonna have to come in very shortly, Craig, and get this bracken knocked back again.
It does, yeah. It's just starting to come now. It's more prevalent on this side than it is for that side, really. I think because that side's more of a slope, so it's got,
and it's out at sun more, that side.
And a lack of water,
yeah,
water retention. But it's coming another. It don't want to get another fortnight on it, else it'll be away with us. So, but we cut it last year. 3 times we cut it last year. It has knocked hell into it, really.
Oh, it's especially like you say at the side, Craig.
Yeah.
It's very sparse. It won't be as long a job this year to get this get this sorted out.
We can't spray Roundup, which is glyphosate, because that kills everything. So we need to leave a little bit of green in here, really. The one thing that we could use, which is now banned completely, was Azilox. And that was like a blanket spray, so you could spray over trees and everything, and it held the bracken back. Didn't completely kill it, but it held it back.
Enough to let trees grow and
yeah,
get away.
Which is what we're doing, but mechanically now. Yeah. Knocking it back each year.
I think Azilox that's banned in England, but it's still used in Europe, isn't it?
Yeah, it is available.
And just why we put these protectors on, a good example here. If you look at this tree here, protector's gone missing off there, and that's probably rabbits and hares doing that, I would think.
More like hares, I think.
Hares, with a lot of hares in here. What deer tend to do, as trees are coming up, they tend to nip top out. And often if you see Christmas trees, especially in plantations where they have problems, they'll nip top out, and then you have forks coming up because they've taken the top out. You see that a lot on Christmas trees. Look down that area there. I think it was a couple of years ago. All this area here, all the trees, new trees, everything was destroyed by fire. I think somebody had a little campfire down the bottom there, got out of hand. It was tinder dry bracken. Of course, it swept through here like wildfire, if you pardon the pun. Luckily, the fire brigade managed to put some brakes in, and I think they stopped it somewhere about here.
Bit further.
So about a quarter of the wood burnt and all the trees destroyed. So please, if you are coming in, just use a bit of common sense and don't have campfires or any fires at all, because it's like a tinderbox at the moment.
Yeah, and don't forget, not just trees. We're talking about nesting birds, ground nesting birds, baby leverets, hares, and that. Everything was consumed by that fire. So it's not just trees.
Yeah, a lot of wildlife gets destroyed. So yeah, please, yeah, we do encourage the people coming here. It's a lovely spot, great views from up top, as you can see from here. But if you could, please, no campfires. This is a problem we have. Look, somebody's obviously been here, so beer bottles there, had a fire right on the path here. You know, it's just a tinderbox round here. The whole wood could go up with this bracken. So this is why, you know, we're so worried about it. Please do not come up here having fires. I mean, I'm going to put I've got a couple of videos from when most of this burnt down. They'll be on the end of this video just to show what damage it can do to trees, wildlife, everything. So
yeah, it wants one spark, and once it gets in among this lot, even though there's a bit of green, it'll be away.
It'll be away.
It will end up.
You know,
properties at the other side. Also, if there's people walking at the other side, it's very, very dangerous.
And we may not be as lucky next time. You know, that luckily fire brigade did a great job. They got some brakes in and they cut it off. But even they said to us, skin of the teeth, it could have so easily got away. If it would have been it would a still day. If it had been windy, the whole wood would have gone. So we can't emphasise that enough. The amount of brown hares, leverets, we found in here last year, you know, it's baby hares, called leverets. What they do, they tend to hide them in here. It's perfect cover for them. When it gets grown up, they can hide them. They're free from predators. I hate to think how many perished when all this burnt down. It's frightening, really. So again, please be very, very careful when you come in here. Don't smoke, don't have fires. I've got a couple of pictures actually I'll put on at the end of this video. you know, it's a shame to destroy, you know, wildlife trees, so please be very, very careful.